This year I ain't playing, I'm on a mission. I don't see no competition. Waiting my turn and I play my position. Sat in the room, I ain't talk, I just listen.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This is clutch 4. Now, I know we haven't done clutch 3 yet. Clutch 3 is still shedding out. This clutch actually came out of the eggs a little bit sooner, like a day or two sooner than the other clutch. And they started shedding sooner, and there's less animals. So we're going to do clutch 4 today. Come back next week, and you'll get to see clutch 3. They're starting to shed out today, but there's, I think, 7 or 8 animals, and only 2 at this time have shed out. So, this clutch here is a sunset clutch. This was also our Patreon clutch. So, I'll show you the animal. We're going to do a drawing. Somebody's going to win this animal for free. But we had 3 animals. The pairing for this. So, the female is just a het sunset. We produced her. She's a het sunset. That's all she is. The male, we first originally paired her with a hurricane lesser het sunset that we produced. I think they had 2 or 3 locks, and then literally like, I don't know, there was 1 lock with the next male, and I think she ovulated like a few days after that, or like a week after that. It was really close. And that male, and I'll grab him really quick and show him to you. We produced him. This is him. When he was hatched, he was white. So my guess is he's a lesser pastel cinnamon sunset. That's my guess. The pairing that produced him was a coral glow lesser sunset. And then the dam that produced him was a pewter or pastel cinnamon sunset. So I don't think this animal's coral glow. I really don't. Even though it's kind of yellow, goldish color, I really think it is lesser cinnamon and pastel. And of course sunset, because it was a sunset to sunset clutch. So anyways, this was male number 2. He got the final lock in like a week or so before she ovulated. Alright, so I'm going to show you the clutch. I'm going to give them to you in the order I have them written down. And I don't know yet what everything is. I'm definitely going to do some shed testing. I think it might be dual sired, but I'm not sure. So we'll start off with the first one, which is this Patreon pairing animal. This is the egg they picked. This is the animal that they're going to get. And now that it has shed out, I am very confident that this is a pewter het sunset. So I believe this to be pastel cinnamon. And then because it came, that means from that second boy, then it would be 100% het for sunset. So I don't see lesser in this. I don't see hurricane. Originally I thought maybe hurricane, but it's kind of got some faded eye stripes a little bit. They're not firm and bold outlined. I wouldn't say the pattern is really hurricane-ish. I'd say it's more like a pastel cinnamon. So I believe this to be pastel cinnamon 100% het for sunset. And it is a male. Alright, here's number 2. So number 2, what I do know with number 2 is it is a male. It's obviously a sunset, but I'm not 100% positive if this is just a sunset. It's not a lesser sunset because I have one of those. Doesn't look like a cinnamon because it's got regular bold eye stripes. And the cinnamon sunsets I produce have had the typical cinnamon eye stripes. But my question is this hurricane? Or is this just a sunset? So my thinking here is maybe this is dual sired and maybe this is a hurricane. So I'm going to shed test this animal, and I'm going to shed test it for cinnamon. I'm going to shed test it for hurricane. And yeah, I was going to say maybe pastel. It's got a little bit of brightness on the head. but I don't think so. But it is really orange on the bottom too. So I'm not sure. But I think I'm going to hold back this one right now just so I can shed test it and then see what it actually comes back as. So if it's just a regular sunset, it'll be for sale. If it's a cinnamon sunset, which I highly doubt it is, it'll be for sale. If it's a hurricane sunset or a pastel, well, if it's a hurricane sunset, it'll stay. If it's a pastel sunset, it'll probably get sold. But I don't think it's pastel. I would expect it to be lighter. This is still very dark. So I guess the only way I would keep this male is if it's a hurricane sunset, because that's what I was originally hoping to get. So that's number 2. Again, it's a male. And yeah, we will have to shed test and see exactly what we got here. All right, and here's number 3. It's another sunset. This one, let me just verify. I thought I just checked it. I believe it's a female. Yes, it's a female. So I'll be able to keep them separate pretty easy, which is nice. Same thing here. It's got pretty bold eye stripes, so I would say probably not a cinnamon. But is it a hurricane? It's not a lesser. I don't think it's pastel. Maybe it's just a sunset. So my thing here is if it was the hurricane lesser het sunset to a het sunset, I mean, we got, I wouldn't say bad odds, but I mean, we made a sunset, which is nice, but I'm surprised we didn't get one of the 2 other genes in either of these animals. If the sire is the pastel lesser cinnamon sunset, then we really did do bad on the odds, because with the potential of having 3 incomplete dominant genes, we may have just got sunset. And if that's the case, I mean, again, I'm glad to have the sunset and it'll be available. It's a beautiful animal. It's a great way to start your project. But it's just, for me, for holdbacks, either way, if these are just normal sunsets, the odds weren't great. They weren't in our favor. So, again, this one's a female. So I will have a male and a female. And again, depending on what the shed test tells, will depend, what we do. Now, I will say, I did not separate these animals in the shed box, so I will not be using their first sheds for shed testing. So they'll definitely stay here long enough to get meals in them and go through another shed cycle. And at that time, then I will send their sheds out and have them tested to see what they are. And then I will do an update video at that time and let you guys know what's available, what isn't available. And I can't answer really if this happened to be a hurricane, which kind of looking at it, I doubt it. But I mean, if it happened to be a hurricane being a female, if it's just a hurricane sunset, I might actually sell it. Especially if the male is a hurricane. Then I might actually sell the female and let you guys get that one, and I'll keep the male. But it just depends what genetics say. So that's it. It was 3 animals. It was a 3-egg, 2-slug clutch, and we end up with 2 sunsets and 1 het. It was a Patreon pairing clutch, and Patreon got to pick the egg. They chose the second egg, and the second egg, as we did the cutting, ended up being the het. But I am glad that I can tell what that animal is, and I know it's cinnamon and pastel, because now that tells me without a doubt it is 100% het for sunset. So I know someone's going to walk away with a pewter het sunset, which is nice. And it's a male, which I know a lot of people want females, but especially if you're starting out a project like that, it's great to have a male, especially if you can afford to go buy like a het female that's got size on her, or like I sold my proven breeder het female for like $1,000. So I mean, that's definitely affordable to get in this, and then you win a free animal like that. And in 6 months, you could be pairing them together and getting your first clutch with sunsets. So, I mean, it's really cool to see these guys win something really nice, a nice multi-gene animal. They didn't hit the sunset this year, but it doesn't matter. They got, which potentially, I mean, genetics-wise, I mean, I may have the 2 sunsets, but they got the genes, it looks like. So, it's kind of a 50-50 there. Like, what do you want to have? But anyways, guys, that's going to do it. I was someone mentioned in my comments of my last video that I need to make sure to ask you guys to subscribe. I try and remember, but I also don't usually say it all the time. So what I will say on the way out today is, if you enjoyed this video and you enjoy seeing videos like this where you get to see beautiful animals, I get to explain the genetics, I talk through the process of what we're doing, you know, what we hatch, how we're going to do shed testing, etc., then like today's video. That'll show me that you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to continue seeing videos like this, smash the subscribe button. It's free for you to do. It helps me out tremendously. And as I see that number grow, that's going to tell me that I do have people who are following and who are watching this channel and want to continue to see more from me and my animals. So, you guys take care. I appreciate all of your support. This video is going to come out on Friday. It's Thursday night, so I'm going to put this video out tomorrow. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And next week, make sure to come back. I will have another egg cutting, I think, next week. But I should have that shed out video for Clutch 3, where we'll go through all of that. So you guys take care. Appreciate your support. Have a great, enjoyable, safe weekend. And I'll update you guys on this clutch after I shed test these two. You guys take care, and we'll see you on the next video.